change, and it found you lost and alone. The power of the planet strikes deep within you and shakes the life of everything you've known. Restless hearts pushing to find something to hang on to in a world of confusion where there's no place to hide. Feel the madness is stirring within you, a cry of the universe inside your mind.
Okay, let's see here. We currently have one viewer in the chat right now. That's always a good sign. Spanian just says, well, ADU too, good sir. Okay, I'm still getting things set up. So enjoy the music. I'll be back in just a second. Okay, it's been a little over 5 minutes, and I think I've got everything more or less ready to go. I actually might need one more thing before I forget. I can always just grab it later. But anyway, I'm just going to go ahead and start that intro. Okay, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome. How are y'all doing tonight? Or today, rather, because it's middle of the afternoon for me. 1 second. Okay, just needed to make sure I had a battery pack for my phone, because that's what I'm using as my camera. Just plug that in. There we go. Okay. Okay. Yeah, it's charging. Okay, cool. Okay, so let's see here. Sparky's in the chat saying, heyo, how's it going? Okay, so yeah, as you can tell by the description, I have the day off work today. I could probably work on a new review or a new video, but I don't know. I feel like I haven't done one of these in a while, so I figured, why the hell not? And I think I've got everything set up, so let me go to my Zoom. You guys should be able to see my display right now. And also let me know how the audio is. I've tried to like fine tune everything to make sure it all works. And I'm hoping it does. Excuse me for the burp. Okay. And also since my previous strategy of trying to like clamp this arm into the table wasn't working, I just got out an old ladder from a storage closet, and I'm using that to support to hold the mic arm. So hopefully that should work. And I see Star and Speculations in the chat. Welcome, welcome. All right, so where we last left off, we were on bag number 4, which there's no one number 4 bag. It's like several bags that are labeled number 4. Hang on, let me see if I can get the mic a little bit closer without getting it unscrewed. Okay. But, so yeah, how's everybody's day been so far? Mine's been all right. Been semi-productive, just kind of taking it more as like a me day, trying not to focus so much on looking for work, just kind of taking it a little easy. Anyway, so I'm gonna go ahead and move my drink because it's kind of bumping into my mic arm. Anyway, enough of my rambling, let's get to it. So I will also say, in the interest of making sure these streams don't go on for like hours at a time, I have gone through taken the effort to do a little bit of building off camera. So if there are certain parts that seem so like there are certain parts of it that I've already done off camera, nothing too major, just like little things that like would be repeated, just to make it a little more interesting. And yes, I'm just gonna go ahead and dump out all the pieces. First day off in a week, so went to the gym this morning, now just resting. Good deal, Sparky. I went to the gym yesterday, so I'm feeling pretty good about that. I'm building a Gunpla. Oh, cool. Which one? I've gotten into Gunpla myself. Not that I watch a ton of animu, because that shit's gay. I don't know. Those can be kind of fun, but they can also be very tricky, especially when it comes to the decals, because there's like all kinds of different types of decals. So, but I don't know. Those can be kind of fun, but also very time consuming. Spania is saying, I have not been feeling well this week at all. Oh, I'm very sorry to hear that. Hopefully me playing with some Lego bricks will make you feel a little bit better as I go through all of this. Anyway, let me actually... One Piece, Frankie, General Roleplay. Okay, cool. Yeah, I think I've watched a little bit of One Piece back in the day, because I want to say I saw it on like Toonami or Adult Swim or something like that. I can't remember. Anyway, so first thing we're going to do is build the minifigs. Well, more minifigs rather. And the first one we got here is Princess Leia. So I'm going to try to find those pieces. Oh, actually, since they're a little bit closer to where I am, I'm going to build the Han Solo minifig. And this is the Han Solo from the original trilogy, because there is a version in this set from the sequel trilogy that's like much older. But there's also a younger one here. I'll return the, Empire Strikes Back. But anyway, let me see if I can find this blaster real quick. Is it in any of these? Oh, I see it. Okay, it's in one of the little bags. Yeah, I'm gonna try not to dump all these pieces out because they're like really tiny, and I don't want them to just go flying everywhere. But anyway, so let me get the gun in his hand. If I can clip it. There, on. All right, there we go. And there's Han Solo. I'll hold it up to the camera so you guys can see it a bit better. There he is. There's a little blaster. A lot of pretty nice detail in this minifig, if I do say so myself. I'll turn him around so you can get a better view from him from all sides. And also, this guy has an interchangeable face. He's got this little breather's mask. I think this was supposed to be from that one scene in Empire Strikes Back where they're caught in the cave that turns out to be a giant sandworm, and they go outside and they see all the Minox everywhere. So they've got these like little breathing masks to kind of help them see better. Anyway. So yeah, there's the Han Solo minifig, which I really do like. Oh, and I dropped this here piece. Sparky's saying, did you see my post that One Piece are doing a collab with Lego, hoping for a Lego Going Merry set? Yeah, that, I mean, I'm sure One Piece fans would love that. I honestly could care less because I don't watch One Piece. I know that there's like third-party companies that have made their own like bootleg Lego sets, because I've seen some people talk about, show them off on YouTube. Which that is just so crazy to me that there are people who've made like illegal like Lego sets. Because I've been curious about those, but I imagine with them being made in like China or something, the plastic quality probably isn't the greatest. Let's see if I can find Leia's hairpiece. Maybe it's one of the other bags. No. What about this one? No. It's gotta be here somewhere. I found, oh, here it is. Okay. So let's get the hairpiece on, and there we've got Princess Leia. Excuse me. Once again from The Empire Strikes Back. What's your favorite thing? What's your favorite things about Lego? I don't know. They're just really fun little sets. Just like their buildings. Yeah. But yeah, there's the Princess Leia, and like with the Han Solo minifig, if you turn it around, it comes with an alternate face. Again, it's like the little breathing apparatuses that they wore when they went out, when they were in the cave, or at least what they thought was a cave, but it turned out to be a giant worm. So there you go. Anyway, favorite things about Lego. I mean, I definitely love the minifigs. Like, as much as I like the build itself, there's something about the minifigs that kind of just adds a little something extra to it. Anyway, those minifigs are going to go off to the side, and now we can get to the actual build. So first thing we're going to do is that ladder there. Let's see. Here it is. Okay, and I need a rod. Oh, here we go. Okay. So let's see. Not here. But yeah, I don't know. They're very fun little builds. They're a great way to like kind of just relax and de-stress. Although they can also be very stressful. But I don't know. There's something kind of fun about it. You know, it's just a little way to kind of escape. Anyway, yeah. And then let's see. That goes. Is it here? Yeah, okay. And then where does that go in this set? Okay, all the way in the back. So on this guy. It's gonna go. Where the fuck does it go? Let me check the instructions. It's not really clear how this plugs in. Oh, okay. I see. Yeah, it's I didn't know that before, but yeah, it turns out good. All right. Let's see. And then we got these connector pieces with the Technic rods. Which, those are always the best. Minifigs, like a tiny version of an already tiny fruit. No, minifigs is in like minifigures. Like these guys right here. The Han Solo and Leia minifigures. Like these are what I refer to. These are what are referred to as minifigs. Like, again, the builds themselves are cool, but it's the minifigs that kind of make it worth it. Like, not saying minifigs are the end all buy all, or whatever for Lego, but it's just kind of nice to have, and especially for a set this expensive, you know, you kind of want there to be like some extra minifigures, and this one has a lot of them. So, let's see where. Okay, here we go. Yeah. Admittedly, these like these are called like Technic pieces. These are kind of my least favorite just because there's like a lot of like little rods you have to like insert into these holes, and they can be kind of tricky to put in properly. Take that out of context. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I don't know how long the stream's gonna go for. I'm hoping maybe not much longer than 2 hours, but we'll see. Because these can take I mean, obviously I don't expect to finish this by the end of the stream, but it's gonna take a long time. Anyway, got those in. Okay, now I just gotta get back up and install them. That should have done it. Yeah, okay. Looks like I put him in the right spot. Got it. Okay, now moving on. Okay, now we get to build one of the other little rooms on the Millennium Falcon. I think this might be the room from, yeah, the one from Empire Strikes Back where Han and Leia share their first kiss. Which I'm sure some people would say that that's like SA, because like he kind of like coerces her into the kiss, but I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily what George Lucas had in mind. At least I hope not. Okay. Let's see. What's something else movie related I can talk about? I guess I can mention like new movies that are coming soon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, there's a new Captain America movie coming out that I'm looking forward to. Oh yeah, I don't know if you guys saw, but Tarantino talked about. There was an interview where he complained about the state of movies. Like he said something to the effect of like, you know, what the fuck even is a movie nowadays? And I remember he was pointing to the fact that like, you know, at this point movie theaters are, you know, all but extinct. Well, not necessarily extinct, but like kind of irrelevant, because nowadays whenever a movie comes out on in theaters, like it'll within a few weeks or so just go straight to digital. If I recall correctly, the click when pieces connect and the design that permits that is a trademark of a very idiosyncratic design choice. Yeah, I guess so. I guess that makes sense. I don't know, like I said, well, I guess it might also just be related to like autism, because there is just something kind of satisfying about like these, you know, different pieces like clicking together. Like it's a weird sense of accomplishment that you like did something correctly. Did you see what the Mackie said? Oh yeah, Anthony Mackie. Yeah, I did see that like Captain America would be like woke or whatever, or like he shouldn't, or like he wouldn't be necessarily Captain America because he doesn't represent America. I mean, I don't know. I feel like that's kind of a complicated issue, because like I kind of feel like with the character of Captain America, like he's not necessarily representing America as it is, but more like the ideal of America, that, you know, it stands for like all these great values, like justice and freedom and like doing the right thing, you know. So it's not necessarily like he represents America as it is, but more like the idea of America, or like what America should stand for. And Mushroom in the chat is saying, better not go live, boy. Well, too late, I'm already live. And yeah, speaking of the whole boy thing, like whenever I hear somebody do the boy, all I can think of is the ending of Phantasm, when the kid, like, you know, thinks that he's safe, and like the whole thing with the tall man is a dream, and then it's like, or is it? And then you just see him like in the mirror up against the wall, and he goes, boy, before he's like pulled in through the mirror by the Jawas. I mean, they're not actually called Jawas in Phantasm, but they might as well be Jawas. So, but yeah, I don't know. With the whole Anthony Mackie thing, like, I don't know. At the end of the day, it's just a character. Like, you know, I'm sure he probably, maybe like Disney told him to say something like that to, like, you know, appeal to like the woke audience, because, you know, Disney wants to get those brownie points. But I don't know. I'm still looking forward to the movie because I've liked all the other Captain America movies, and I do like Anthony Mackie as the Falcon, and well, now he's hang on. Oh no, I don't have the right piece. And I've liked him as the Falcon in all the other Marvel movies. So I'm curious to see how he does as Captain America. Which that does kind of go into thing though about Marvel that I do hate, is the fact that, like, because with him being Captain America, like, unless you watched the Falcon and the Winter Soldier, you're going to be confused about why he's suddenly Captain America. You know, I mean, if you saw Endgame, like, well, I guess it also kind of goes to like Endgame, because it's like, if you didn't see Endgame, then you're probably going to be confused why Chris Evans isn't Captain America anymore. Anyway, I'm just going to take a little sippy. I'm drinking a, if I can get it on camera, a sparkling ice, not a sponsor. I still think that one of the funniest things about the new Captain America movie is that, okay, so for context, in the other Marvel movies, the character of General Ross was played by William Hurt. Like, he played the character in The Incredible Hulk, the one that didn't have Mark Ruffalo. And he was also in some of the other Marvel movies, like Captain America Civil War, I believe. But he passed away not so long ago, so they had to recast him, and they cast Harrison Ford to play General Ross. I got hooch. Oh, nice. I mean, that, I don't know, maybe I should do that for a stream someday, like just try to work on this thing while drunk. that would be chaotic, I'm sure. But anyway, yeah, in the trailer, like, again, he's played by a different actor. But what I find funny is the fact that the only thing they mentioned to address that is the fact that he shaved the mustache. Like, that's the only thing that makes him, like, that's the reason why he looks different. Not the fact that he's clearly played by a different actor. It's the fact that he doesn't have a mustache. I never cared about the MCU from a perspective of enjoyment. Okay, that's fair. I mean, yeah, those movies aren't for everyone. And even I'll admit, like, even though I do, to a certain degree, enjoy those movies, I'm never going to say that they're, like, high art or, like, you know, the greatest movies ever made. Because at the end of the day, they're just like popcorn movies. You know, they're movies that you go to have fun with, not necessarily to, like, come out of it, like, with a deeper understanding of how the world works. Rumor going around, he is only in the movie for 5 minutes. Honestly, that really wouldn't surprise me. Although, granted, like, I don't know, Harrison Ford, like, he just seems like one of those guys now who, like, almost kind of doesn't want to act anymore. He just wants to just be, like, retire. Like, especially when you see his performances and even interviews where he's just kind of like, yeah, I'm just here, you know, I'm Harrison Ford. You know, I was Indiana Jones or whatever. Like, I don't know, he just seems like, I don't know, he just kind of doesn't give a fuck anymore. Which, admittedly, I do think is kind of funny. I prefer superhero comics anyway. Yeah, that's totally fair. Okay. Anyway, let's see. What do we got next? Okay, so gotta lay these down. Lay this down. Which, again, I know I brought this up in the last one I did, but it is just kind of frustrating that they make you go through all this stuff and then they have you, like, cover it up afterwards. Like, I don't know, it just seems kind of weird to me. Anyway, I think I gotta do this. Okay. The only Marvel movies I like a lot are Guardians of the Galaxy. I never really cared for the writing style of the rest. Joss Whedon and his consequences, man. Yeah, that's true. You know, the less said about Joss Whedon, the better, as far as I'm concerned. Hang on. Oh, okay. I was confused about a step. Like, I mean, obviously, I wasn't a big fan of like the Snyderverse or whatever you want to call it, but I'm glad Zack Snyder got to do his director's cut of Justice League. Is all I'll say, because Joss Whedon really wrecked that movie, in my opinion. Guardians of the Galaxy is actually pretty sweet. Yeah, I do like the Guardians movies. You know, they're like, honestly, I feel like those would be like a good jumping on point for the MCU in a way, is Guardians of the Galaxy, because they really don't have any connection to the other MCU movies, at least not until you get to like Infinity War, where they enter the fray. But aside from that, like, they don't have any connections to, like, you know, Iron Man or Captain America or what have you, and they're not really even superhero movies. They're just more like fun space adventures. You know, they're kind of like Star Wars, like the early Star Wars movies in a way. There's supposed to be another 4 long tile. Oh wait. Okay, no, that's the 3. Got it. Okay. It's gotta be here somewhere. Okay, that's a 3. Wait, I need this piece. That's supposed to go here. Oh wait, here. Okay. Oh, here it is. But I also have a bit of an affinity for the Guardians movies, because I'm from the same state as the director, James Gunn. He's also from St. Louis, Missouri. So I think that's, I don't know. I guess it just kind of goes to show that, like, you know, if you can make it in the Midwest, you can make it anywhere. Well, not only that, but just the fact that, like, he went from getting a start at Troma, working on movies like Tromeo and Juliet, Terror Firmer, and Citizen Toxie, and now he's like the head of DC Studios and is running the whole show. Like, I don't know, I just think that's kind of cool and inspirational in a way. Anyway. Okay, so next I need this piece that goes there. Yeah. And then put that right there. And yes, I know I did kind of low-key dox myself, but I don't know. I feel like I kept it vague enough to where, like, no one's gonna, like, be able to track me down. Plus, I feel like there's nothing really to gain from, like, doxing me, because it's not like I'm a huge YouTuber or anything. I've only got, like, a little over 300 subscribers, which, thank you, by the way, to those of you who have subscribed to whatever it is I do here. Which, speaking of, if you haven't seen my newest video, I think the soundtrack helped Guardians as well. Couldn't go 5 minutes without hearing, "Yeah, what's the matter with your girl?" Walt Disney was from Missouri, mate. Oh, I didn't realize that. What was his name? Chukwudi Iwiji, I'm probably saying that wrong, was probably my favorite performance in those movies. He was really fun as the villain. Oh, you mean from the third movie? Yeah. Okay. I'm sorry. I probably butchered his name when I was reading that, so my apologies. But no, yeah, he was. I think that was the third movie he was the villain in. Hang on. There's supposed to be like a long. Oh, here it is. But no, I do remember he was pretty great as the villain. Okay. But yeah, 3, that was probably the only good Marvel movie that we got in 2023, because all the others were just trash. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's all this stream is going to be, is me just going through these instructions, trying to find everything, and just being like, okay, yeah, let's see. That's all it's going to be, which I hope you guys find entertaining. Okay, but yeah, this is kind of a chill stream anyway. It's not really going to be like super engaging or anything, which I might, speaking of that, I might do another Friday Nights with FilmNerd this week, since I'm available on Friday. Are there any topics you guys would like me to discuss? Because I have thought about doing maybe a stream talking about werewolf movies, since there was the Wolfman, or yeah, the new Wolfman movie a few weeks ago. But I feel like it might be a little too late to do that, since the movie's been out for a little while, and it might not be as relevant to talk about that movie anymore. But if you guys have any other ideas, let me know. I would definitely love to do another retrospective stream, because I really do enjoy doing those. Like when me and Mimi talked about the Saw movies, that was a lot of fun. Okay, just making sure. All right, I think I've got everything in the right place. Go. All right. I'm trying to think of what else I could talk about, because yeah, I'm just kind of speaking from the. I'm just kind of saying whatever comes to mind, without any rhyme or reason. What we got here? Only gripe with 3 I had was they dropped the ball of the character Lila, Rocket's other friend in the comics. She is a massive part of his life. Oh, okay. Yeah, that is, I think I did hear about that. I don't know. I mean, granted, I don't know her entire backstory, but you know, I can only imagine that maybe they just had to like condense some things to fit the runtime of the movie, because you know, they only had so much time to like really flesh out the characters and develop them and all that. So I guess, I don't know, that might just be why. Plus also, like, they're not necessarily meant to be like full-on adaptations of the comics. They're more like taking ideas from the comics and working them into the movie. But I mean, hey, if nothing else, it's the first MCU movie to drop the F-bomb, which was certainly unexpected when Quill is like, get in the fucking car. Yeah. Maybe you've already done it, not sure, but a stream about The Thing at some point would be cool. Oh yeah, John Carpenter's The Thing. I mean, I could go on about that movie, because that honestly might be my favorite John Carpenter movie, or just one of my favorite movies in general. And in case you're curious, I have seen the original Thing from Another World from the 50s, but it's been a very long time since I've seen it. And obviously I prefer the 82 version, but I do think the 1951 version is still a pretty solid movie, even if it is, you know, dated like by today's standards, and even by the standards of 1982 when the remake came out. Makes a recount on the scene where they are being screened in one, as it lists her as an ally of Rocket on his info. Oh, okay. Yeah, admittedly, it's been a while since I've seen the Guardians movie, so I don't exactly know them all like front to back, even though I do enjoy those movies. Excuse me. Okay, and then is this the one I need? Yeah. Okay. Oh, I need 2 of these, so that one there, and then where's the other one? Here we go. Rip David Lynch, the crazy bastard. Yeah, that, I guess that is another thing I could talk about, is the unfortunate passing of David Lynch. Wait, did I skip? Did I mess something up? I think I might have. Hang on. Oh yeah, brick separator time. But no, yeah, I love David Lynch. He's one of my favorite filmmakers. I mean, granted, I haven't seen every David Lynch movie. I haven't even seen Twin Peaks, which, yeah, I know, fake fan. But I do love his works. You know, like, I think the first movie of his I ever saw was The Elephant Man when I was in high school. And that's one I really need to revisit because I remember really liking that movie. I mean, it's very dark and depressing, but it's a very good movie with an amazing performance from John Hurt, who also R.I.P. I mean, not that he died recently; he's been dead for years. But again, but I don't know, just another great talent who's no longer with us. But yeah, I love David Lynch's work, whether it be The Elephant Man, Eraserhead. Okay. Even his version of Dune. While I do think the newer, like, Denis Villeneuve version is technically the better film, I do have a weird soft spot for the Lynch version, just because of how, like, weird it is and how, like, of its time the movie is. Because I will admit, like, there are definitely a lot of movies in the 80s that I love because of their use of practical effects, but then there are movies like Lynch's Dune where it's kind of like, yeah, this is one where, you know, the remake was the newer version is definitely the better film because there's just a lot with, like, today's technology you can do that you couldn't do back in 1984. But I don't know, I do have I have a weird soft spot for the Lynch Dune, which is how weird it is. And I mean, hey, if nothing else, it was the first time Lynch ever worked with Kyle MacLachlan, and they worked together many times after that on, like, Blue Velvet and Twin Peaks, which I actually did a review of Blue Velvet on my website recently, which I highly recommend you guys check out because yeah, Blue Velvet's probably my favorite David Lynch movie. Like, I rewatched it a few days ago for my review, and I still love that movie. I mean, a large part of why I love it is for Dennis Hopper's performance, because he is, like, on fire in that movie, but everyone else is great too. Him, MacLachlan, Isabella Rossellini, Laura Dern, Brad Dourif, even if he only has a small part, and Dean Stockwell, who's only got, like, one scene in the movie, but he, like, owns that one scene he's in. He's great as what's his name, Ben, you know, the guy who's fucking suave. God, you're one smooth suave fuck. Which I do love. One of my favorite bits of trivia about Blue Velvet is whenever Dennis Hopper and David Lynch would go over the script, every time they got into an instance of the word fuck, Lynch would always point to it and refer to it as that word, like he was too embarrassed to say fuck in front of Dennis Hopper. But no, yeah, if you haven't seen Blue Velvet, that's one above all of his Lynch's works that I mean, I do also recommend, like, The Elephant Man and Eraserhead and Wild at Heart, which Wild at Heart might be my second favorite Lynch movie after Blue Velvet. And mainly part of that is because, you know, much like how I love Dennis Hopper in Blue Velvet, I also love Nicolas Cage, you know, not just in Wild at Heart, but in a lot of movies he's in. Like, he's definitely one of those actors that I will follow to the ends of the earth and just see every movie, any movie they do, no matter how bad it is. Because to me, like, he's one of those actors that can, like, make a good movie great and a bad movie watchable. Because let's be honest, like, because, like, if it weren't for him, nobody would be talking about, like, the remake of The Wicker Man or, like, that one obscure early 90s movie he did called Deadfall, which is only notable because of, like, all the clips on YouTube of him screaming out, you know, like, duh, someone trying to kill me, man. Or him, you know, screaming like, I fucking yeah. Which I should probably pull those clips up so you guys can understand what I'm talking about. He strikes me as a guy that would say, pardon my French, after he swore. Yeah, Lynch definitely does seem like the type to do that. But yeah, Wild at Heart is another fantastic movie with another great cast. Nick Cage, Laura Dern, again from Blue Velvet. Her mom, Diane Ladd's in the movie, and I believe she even got an Oscar nomination for her performance. Willem Dafoe, who's creepy as hell. Isabella Rossellini, I believe, was in it. Harry Dean Stanton, Crispin Glover. Admittedly, that's another one that it's been years since I've seen it, and I really should revisit it sometime because that I remember also being a really good movie. Okay, let's see. Okay, it's another one that's a multi-build. Yeah, let's see. Now that David Lynch is dead, who will take care of his collection of Woody Woodpeckers? Oh, yeah, he was definitely a very eccentric guy to say the least. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess maybe Kyle MacLachlan, or I guess somebody in his family. Which I did like seeing all the posts from people like McLaughlin, and I think Laura Dern might have said something about it. But it is great to see all the people pouring out their sympathies and remembering David Lynch for the man he is. I mean, hell, McLaughlin more than anyone should really be thanking him, because it's literally thanks to David Lynch that McLaughlin even has a career. And another story about David Lynch I always love talking about is how he got the job to direct The Elephant Man, because that movie was produced by Mel Brooks for his company Brooks Films. And Mel actually went uncredited as a producer, not because he didn't want to be associated with the movie, but because he feared that if people saw his name on the film, like regardless of what the movie was, people would assume it's a comedy, which that is fair. I mean, when you think of Mel Brooks, you think of movies like The Producers or Blazing Saddles or Young Frankenstein. Just really like zany, over-the-top comedy, so it makes sense, man, for Mel. And the entire time, because Lynch wasn't in the screening with Mel, he was like standing outside, and he was chain smoking, which admittedly is kind of what led to Lynch's death, because he died of emphysema due to years of smoking. But he was standing outside the screening room, and he was just chain smoking like crazy, just like nervously going like, "Oh God, he's gonna hate my movie. He's gonna hate my movie. He's gonna hate my movie." And then at one point during the screening, he can hear Mel laughing, and he's smoking he starts smoking even harder. And he's like, "Oh God, he hates the movie. Why did I even try to get this job? I'm never gonna get this." And then when the movie was over, Brooks actually came out of the screening room, went right up to David, gave him a big hug, and said, "You got the job. Eraserhead was great." Which, I don't know, I would love to be a fly on the wall for that. Sparky's asking, was Spaceballs Mel Brooks? Yes, it was. And Jerby, I see in the chat saying, Spaceballs, my beloved film. Yeah, I do love Spaceballs. I mean, it's not one of my favorite Mel Brooks movies. I prefer like Blazing Saddles or Young Frankenstein over Spaceballs, but Spaceballs is still a lot of fun. You know, with Bill Pullman, John Candy, Daphne Zuniga, Joan Rivers, which another one pretty funny bit of trivia about that movie that I love is the fact that, like, before Mel made the movie, he asked George Lucas for permission to make it, since it's largely a spoof of Star Wars. And George told him that he could, but on the condition that the film have no merchandising attached to it, which is funny considering that merchandising is like one of the big running gags of the movie. You know, merchandising, where the real money from the movie is made. Which could not be further from the truth. I mean, hell, I'm building a piece of Star Wars merchandise. So I'm surrounded by assholes. Yeah, that's one of the best gags in the movie when let's see here. Does it just kind of, oh, I guess it just kind of sits there. Okay. Spaceballs got a Razzie, right? I don't know. It might have. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised. Subtle jabs fired. Actually, let me, because I'm on my laptop right now. Let me see. Because I think Spaceballs did get some kind of bad movie nomination. Okay, hang on, I gotta move my mic. Because of the way my, well, actually, okay. All right, that should do it. Okay, let's see. Because, yeah, I think it did get some kind of bad movie award, and I just want to double check and see. Okay, Spaceballs. Okay, 1 win total, so it did get an award. What did it win? Okay, so at the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards, which I don't think those are around anymore, it won the award for Worst Picture, which I highly disagree with. But what movie did it beat out for Worst Picture? Okay, so yeah, I don't feel bad anymore that. I mean, granted, I never felt bad about the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards being going the way of the dodo, but according to IMDb, the nominees for Worst Picture that year were Spaceballs, The Garbage Pail Kids Movie, Ishtar, Leonard Part 6, and Who's That Girl? Like, okay, the Stinkers can go fuck themselves, because Garbage Pail Kids is legitimately one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. And like how Leonard Part 6 didn't win, I don't get that, because like even excluding the fact that it stars a rapist, it is like from the clips I've seen, that is like a legitimately bad movie. It's just not funny in the slightest. So yeah, the Stinkers Bad Movie Awards got it completely wrong. Although that is the thing I've heard, is that like as beloved as Spaceballs is now, at the time it wasn't very well liked. I think because I know people complained about like how there's a lot of like pop culture references in Spaceballs, like to movies like Planet of the Apes and whatnot, and Alien. But I don't know, in the context of Spaceballs, I think a lot of those references actually do work. You know, it's not like a Freeberg Seltzer movie where they just like randomly throw in a reference to like Paris Hilton or the Kardashians or what have you, and it has nothing to do with the rest of the movie. And let's see. Monstrum says, I still haven't watched Spaceballs, but the bit with Rick Moranis playing with dolls always gets me kecking. Yeah, he's great in the movie, especially when he's first introduced this dark helmet, and he's got like this giant like Darth Vader-ish helmet on, and he does the but they make that a gag where he's like breathing and he's like and then he takes his mask off and he's like I can't breathe in this thing. It's great. Man, now I really want to go back and watch Spaceballs, because I haven't seen that movie in years. Also, it's like one of the only PG movies where where a character says "fuck," which that really caught me off guard when I saw the movie. When the ship is like set to self-destruct, and they try to hit the out of order button, but I mean they try to hit the button to like turn it off, and it says out of order, and they're like, out of order? Oh fuck! Even in the future, nothing works. Which that really caught me off guard, because I remember I saw the movie for the first time on TV. On like cable, like I want to say I saw it on like Comedy Central or like AMC or something like that. Question: do you recommend films by Phil Lord and Chris Miller? Yeah, I mean I can't think of any specific Lord and Miller movies, but the ones of theirs that I have seen, which I can't think of off the top of my head, yeah, I would recommend them. I have enjoyed their movies. I think they're pretty funny. Oh, here we go. Okay, I'm looking for like little control panel pieces, and I think they might be in this little bag. No, hang on. Or maybe they're in, no, they're not in this one. Yes, again, I'm just trying to make sure I don't spill these everywhere, because if I do, then they'll just get lost. Oh, oh, damn it. A couple of them fell on the floor. Okay, hang on. I gotta get up and grab them. I think it might have just been like one piece that fell over. So hopefully it's not a huge loss. Okay, find anything. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I know what Sparky's talking about, because there's a scene in the movie where they're looking for the heroes and they go to like a desert planet and they comb the desert. And by that I mean they literally comb the desert. Like they have like giant combs and they're like going through and just combing the desert for the heroes. And Colonel Sanders, who's like one of the officers in the movie, he says to Dark Helmet, like, aren't we doing things a little literally? And he's like, no, you heard Person Screwed. We have to comb the desert. You hear me? Comb the desert. And he's just looking at different teams. He's like, find anything? Not yet, sir. How about you? Nothing here. And then he goes, and then he looks over at some black guys who are combing the the desert with like an afro comb. And he's like, what about you guys? And one of them goes, we ain't found shit. Yeah, again, now I just really want to go back and watch Spaceballs because I haven't seen that movie in quite a few years. That was my Virgin alarm. It's programmed to go off before you do. All right, remember the Planet of the Apes bit where their ship like crash lands on the planet, and a couple apes ride up and they see what's going on. They're like, I dare say, what are those things coming out of a nose? And they check their binoculars and they see like the Spaceballs coming out. And one of the apes goes, Spaceballs? And the other one goes, oh shit, there goes the planet. I'm trying to find. Okay, well I need these ones for sure. And I'm trying to find, because there's supposed to be like little control panel pieces, and I can't seem to find them. But they gotta be here somewhere. Oh, here we go. Okay, I found them. It's such a good visual gag. Only what you need to survive. Massive industrial hair dryer. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Which, it's kind of funny, because Daphne Zuniga was in that. And then the next year in I think it was 1988. It was either 88 or 89. She was in The Fly 2, which is a sequel to the Cronenberg remake. Which the Fly remake gets a lot of flack, which, you know, I kind of get, because it's obviously not as good as the Cronenberg remake. But I don't know. I think The Fly 2 is actually a pretty decent movie. I think it's got some good acting, especially from Eric Stoltz, and the effects in the movie are phenomenal, which makes sense because they were done because the movie was directed by Chris Walas, who won an Oscar for his effects work on the Cronenberg Fly. It's also got probably one of the best endings of any movie ever, where, spoiler for a movie that's like, you know, several decades old, but there's a part in the movie, because the main character, is supposed to be like the son of Seth Brundle from the original, and it turns out because of like the fly DNA that's in his system, he like ages much faster than a normal child. Like by the time he reaches 12, he's like, you know, he's like an adult. Physically, and anyway, there's a part in the movie when he's a kid where he finds a dog in one of the labs, and he becomes like instant friends with the dog. But then one day when he goes to visit the dog's not there anymore, and it turns out the dog's being used as like an experiment, because they found the original telepods that Seth Brundle was working on the first movie. So they tested on the dog, and when the dog comes out, it's like this horrible, like mangled mess, and it attacks one of the scientists. Yeah, I'm checking the chat. When they absolutely smash the fourth wall, watching ahead the movie, and Lord Helmet turns around to see himself being filmed. What about Todd Solondz? I don't know that name. You have to refresh my memory, because that name doesn't sound very familiar. Okay, but anyway, so yeah, So yeah, the dog that he made friends with is like this horrible mangled mess that's like all twisted into form. And then later in the movie, when he's an adult, during a party, he like finds that the dog is like still alive and being kept in like this like holding cell, and he's like just fed slop, and he's like, you know, still alive despite being in a terrible condition. And it's like this really emotional, like heartfelt scene. And the dude like the main character ends up like putting the dog down, and it's a genuinely heartfelt scene. Like it doesn't bring me to tears because I don't really cry at movies, but it is like a genuinely sad moment in the movie. Like, it's one of those where if you don't feel anything watching it, you have a heart of stone, honestly. But anyway, what happens at the end is the main dude turns into the Fly, but before he turned, he was doing experiments, and he discovered that there is a way for him to like remove the Fly DNA from his system, and it's to find like a healthy human and basically swap genetics with them. So he gets the boss of the company that has been like controlling everything. He gets him in one of the telepods, and then when they come out the other side, the boss has like all the Fly characteristics, and the main dude returns to normal. And the movie ends with the boss now the deformed abomination in the holding cell being forced to eat slop. Like, it's a very satisfying ending, in my opinion. But hang on, I kind of want to look up now who Todd Solondz is. Give me a second. Okay, actually, let me switch to the scene. Okay. I gotta move the microphone out of the way again. Okay. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, he directed Happiness. Yeah, Happiness. I don't know. I mean, on the one hand, I kind of recommend it. Let's see here. Director and writer that made movies like Storytelling, Welcome to the Dollhouse, and Happiness. Yeah, when I saw Welcome to Happiness, when I saw Happiness, I was like, oh, okay, I know this guy, because I have seen Happiness, but it's been a very long time. And I just remember that movie being like genuinely like kind of fucked. Like, I almost don't want to get into like what happens in that movie because, again, it's genuinely pretty fucked. But yeah, again, like, if you have a very strong stomach, I guess I would recommend watching at least Happiness. But otherwise, again, just, probably best to avoid it. Unless you have a taste for like really taboo subject matter, because it is very much taboo without getting into full details. Because I don't know, that movie goes into some really dark territory. Like places I kind of don't even go back into because it's like that dark. But anyway, oh yeah, I was talking about The Fly too. Yeah, again, like, I would definitely recommend it because, like, again, it's not as good as the Cronenberg version, but I think it's still a pretty decent movie. Yeah, how does this go on? Oh, okay, I see now. Got it. Here we go. Oh, it's already been a little over an hour. Okay. Sorry, I'm just checking the stream just to see how long I've been going for. It's been a little over an hour now. Okay, let's see. I need 2 of these. Well, actually, I need 4 of them, but 2 for each side. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream and at least enjoying the music. You know, because I always like to put on some chill music whenever I'm doing these. So if nothing else, you can at least say, well, I mean, the stream is kind of boring, but I like the music he put on. Actually, hey, let me move the camera just a little bit back so you can see more of my hands as I'm working, because I'm looking at the stream right now, and I don't think you can see my hands a whole lot as I'm doing this. And I just want to make sure you guys can like see what I'm doing. Okay, that goes there. This goes here. All right, and this is another double build. So. But yeah, I'm thinking like in the future, because I might do more of these LEGO streams since you guys seem to enjoy them for whatever reason. I think maybe for like future streams, because I will still be working on this on stream, because I'm sure you guys, are dying to see what it looks like finished, as am I. But I think for future ones, I might mix it up and do like some smaller sets, like ones that probably wouldn't take me like super long to build, like at least a couple hours at most. Okay, looks like we're getting a little closer to getting this part of the build done. Which again, I think this is supposed to be the room from Empire Strikes Back when Han and Leia share their first kiss. Which I think I already mentioned that. So, just that and that. And then I have to attach these little hook arms. Just making sure I got these on the right way. Yeah, we still have about 4 viewers in chat, so yeah, again, just kind of checking to make sure how everything's going and make sure I don't miss anything. Because I have heard that is one positive thing about my streams is that I always respond to the chat, which admittedly is not that hard to do, especially when, you have, in my case where there's only like a handful of viewers at a time, which again, those of you who are watching, I do very much thank you for tuning in. It honestly does mean a lot that, even some people are watching this. Sorry, I think I might have lost my train of thought for a second. Or wait, okay, yeah, here we go. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, sorry. Again, I feel like I might be losing my mind because I keep forgetting what I was gonna say. Oh, and that broke off. Great. Oh yeah, no. Yeah, about like me responding to chat. It's pretty easy for me to respond to it just because there's not very many people who watch these, which again, I am grateful that anybody even watches these streams. Even if they're not the greatest, or I have like that much of a personality, yank. I probably shouldn't have called him out like that. Well, what do I care? He's not going to watch this anyway. Yeah, I will admit, like, even though that was probably meant as a joke, I don't know, it did kind of sting a little bit when he accused me of not having a personality. Thoughts on Freddy Got Fingered? Oh, fuck that movie. That is... I hated that movie. I remember one of my former patrons actually requested me to review that, so I did, because that's one of the benefits of joining my Patreon. If you join the $5 tier, every month you can request a movie for me to review. It doesn't matter what the movie is, no matter how terrible it is. If you request it, I will review it. And so one of my former patrons who bailed, not because he didn't like the content, but just, I mean, I would hope not, but because he just couldn't afford it anymore. Which is totally fair. Like, even though I do like it when people give me money to do what I do, I don't expect people to keep paying me all the time. You charming fuck, stop being hard on yourself. I mean, I don't know. That's a whole other can of worms that I don't want to get into. But anyway, yeah. So yeah, like I was saying, the patron requested me to review that movie. And funny enough, that was actually the last request they gave me before they bailed. Again, they told me later it was just because they couldn't afford it anymore, which again, I get. I don't expect, I mean, obviously I appreciate it when people do support my Patreon, but they're not required to. Like, I will still provide, like all my reviews, and both my written and video reviews will always be for free. But anyway, yeah, so he requested that I review Freddy Got Fingered, and I was curious to watch it because I had heard it was like one of the worst movies ever made, and I was like, well, how bad could it be, honestly? And yeah, it really is that bad. Like, I mean, I'm sure there's probably worse movies out there, especially ones I've seen, but Freddy Got Fingered definitely deserves its spot as one of the worst movies ever made, because holy shit, is that movie terrible. Like, it is, again, genuinely one of the worst movies I've ever seen in my life. Like, because to me, there's nothing worse than a bad comedy, because there's only so many ways you can say this isn't funny, and that movie is so not funny. And I've even heard there are people out there who, like, unironically love that movie and think it's like one of the greatest comedies ever. And to that I say, like, I mean, good for you. Like, I'm glad you get some enjoyment out of it. I certainly didn't, but I'm glad somebody likes it. I just don't get it. Let's see. Everybody seems to either think Freddy Got Fingered is the funniest shit in the world, or they just hate it. There's no in between. Yeah, that's true. I mean, I don't know. I mean, there are a few like little moments here and there that kind of made me laugh. Like the stuff with the sausages. That, Daddy, would you like some sausage? Oh, okay. I put this on the wrong way. Okay. Or like, I don't know, like, as dumb as it was, I did kind of chuckle at the bit towards the end when Rip Torn got sprayed in the face with elephant cum. I don't know, it's stupid, but I don't know, parts of it were kind of funny. But yeah, the majority of the movie was genuinely awful, like one of the worst movies ever. But in a weird way, I almost kind of respect it, because here was, Tom Green, this guy who got like super famous for his like style of humor, which is very much like anti-humor. And yet, in like the studio, because I believe that was produced by 20th Century Fox, which now means that it's owned by Disney, which is pretty funny. Is Freddy Got Fingered intentionally bad? Is it a deconstruction or a piss take on comedy movies? I mean, it kind of is. Like, there's like the love interest in the movie who's like, crippled in a wheelchair, and like she asks Tom Green to like whack her legs with a cane because that's the only way she can get off. And like there's a part near the end where he like tries to win her heart with like jewels, and she's like, I don't care about these jewels, I just want to suck your cock. Like, I don't know, that stuff's kind of funny. But I don't know, just the whole movie is it's just not funny. It's more obnoxious than anything, and kind of gross, to be honest. But like, not even gross in a funny way, just in a very like mean-spirited kind of way. My younger brother used to threaten my dad after watching that movie that he would kidnap him and fly him to Pakistan. Yeah, admittedly, I do. That is one of those dumb little moments in the movie that I kind of like, where Rip Torn has like a throwaway line about Pakistan that I guess was meant to be the setup for a joke, because then like later in the movie he ends up Tom Green ends up flying him and his dad to Pakistan. I will admit, one of probably my favorite gag in the movie is towards the end when Tom Green and his dad make it back to America, and like at the ceremony where they're being welcomed back in, there's a bunch of people holding signs up, and one of them is a sign that says, "When the fuck is this movie over?" But I kind of feel like Tom Green was like kind of trolling both the audience and the studio, because like the studio like clearly didn't know why Tom Green was so popular, but they recognized that he was popular, so they gave him like, you know, however many millions of dollars and told him to make a movie, and that was the result. And it's like, well, what do you expect from Tom Green? One of the funniest movies I've seen is Freaked, starring and directed by Alex Winter. Does that make me fucked in the head? I don't know, because that's one I actually haven't seen. I have heard about it, and I remember in the documentary In Search of Darkness 1990 through 1994, which I have seen, and like the other In Search of documentaries, it's excellent. But I remember, like, kind of like Tom Green with Freddy Got Fingered. That was another movie produced by 20th Century Fox, and I think because that movie Freaked wasn't a big hit at the box office, and that's largely because like the studio didn't really get what they were didn't understand what they were getting, and kind of gave it a limited release because they didn't know what to do with it. Which, knowing what happens in Freaked, from what I've heard. I mean, I guess I kind of understand it because, you know, how do you market a movie like that? But I don't know, the fact that like they just kind of dumped it because they didn't know what else to do with it, like, I don't know, that's just kind of shitty. Okay. Let's see. There's literally a line in the movie alluding to Tom Green basically throwing away the money the studio gave him to make it. Yeah, that's true. And I also do got to give Tom Green respect because he's one of a handful of celebrities who've, you know, won namely like a Razzie Award, and he actually went in person to accept the award. And he pulled out all the stops. Like, he wore a suit. He pulled up in a limo. He rolled out the red carpet, which I think was like a dollar store red carpet he got out of a thrift store or something. And he accepted his award in person. And I remember reading in his acceptance speech, he said, "I like to say that the other movies that were nominated probably deserve to win more than I did. I'd like to say that, but I'd probably be lying." So I don't know. I do give him respect for at least like being humble about it and recognizing that he made a bad movie. Kind of like how Halle Berry accepted her Worst Actress award for Catwoman, which that one's one of my favorites because, well, not the movie, but the fact that she accepted, because one, she came in with the Oscar she won for Monsters Ball, and in her acceptance speech she said, "I'd like to thank Warner Brothers for putting me in such a god-awful shitty movie," and went on this whole thing about how, like, as a kid, her mom told her to always like accept criticism from others because it's only through criticism that we can grow. Like, and she was pretty humble in her acceptance speech. And again, like, not that I dislike Halle Berry, she's just never really done it for me. Like, she's never really wowed me with any of her performances, but I do give her a lot of respect for being humble enough to accept the award in person. And then there's what's her name, Sandra Bullock, who won for All About Steve, for also for Worst Actress, and she actually showed up to the Razzies with like DVD copies of the movie to give out to the audience. And well, which is also pretty cool, but what makes that one to me even funnier is the fact that, like, so the Razzies are typically held the night before the Oscars. So she won the Oscar, I mean, not the Oscar, she won the Razzie for Worst Actress for All About Steve, and then the very next night she won the Oscar for Best Actress for The Blind Side. So that's like the only time in history that an actor has won both. Oh, sorry about that. Oh, I'm sure glad Hollywood listened to her. Do you mean Halle Berry or Sandra Bullock? Oh, sorry about that. I think yeah, dog's barking. My apologies, guys. Wait, do I have the... Oh, okay. This goes in this way. Which, speaking of the Razzies, I did see what this year's nominees are for, like, Worst Picture, and I know one of the nominees is Joker Folie à Deux, which I can't say they're wrong in nominating that movie, because that was legitimately one of the... Okay. Because that was legitimately one of the worst movies that I saw last year. like, and if, again, like, not that one does it deserve to be nominated, because it does. My only thing is that, like, it was also nominated for like worst actor and worst actress for Joaquin Phoenix and Lady Gaga respectively, and I don't know, like, their performances weren't the problem with the movie. The problem was the writing. Namely the writing and the story. Like, those were what were so awful about Joker 2, because their performances were fine. Like, I even said it in my review that, like, as not good as the movie is, and it's definitely not. Hang on, how does this go in? There we go. As not good as the movie is, like, their performances were still really good. Like, they did a good job, like, acting wise. It's just that the movie itself just sucked. I mean, hell, Brendan Gleeson's in the movie, and he's good in just about anything he's in. So again, like, I don't know, and also I'm kind of surprised that that the Crow remake didn't get more nominations, because I know that one was pretty hated when it came out. I mean, I didn't see it because I had heard it was terrible, and I didn't want to watch a bastardized version of the Crow. It ruined the first film. Yeah, it honestly kind of did. Like, it did sort of retroactively hurt the first movie. Which, that also is what kills me about Joker 2, is that, like, after the first one came out, like, well, even before the first movie came out, Todd Phillips, the director, swore up and down that he had no plans to do a sequel, and, he stuck firm to that. But then, the movie made like over $1 billion, and it won a couple Oscars. So, like, I feel like it was like kind of a studio mandate from Warner Brothers that he make a sequel. I know I keep bringing up Warner Brothers a lot. And I don't know, with Joker 2, like, because I'll be honest, when I saw the trailers, I was like, I don't know about this one, just because I don't know if a sequel to Joker is really necessary. But I still wanted to give it a shot because I like the first one. But I don't know, that movie, it almost feels like kind of an anti-sequel. Like Todd Phillips almost made it to spite, I guess Warner Brothers and the audience. Like, he's like, oh, you want a sequel? Well, here's your fucking sequel, motherfucker. And he gave us that, the movie where the Joker gets raped in prison, which I didn't even like put two and two together and realize that was a rape scene. I just assumed it was a scene where they were like dragging the Joker into the bathroom to beat him up. Like, it wasn't until later that I realized, oh fuck, this is supposed to be a rape scene. And then, of course, the fact that at the end of the movie, he gets like shanked in prison by some rando who becomes the new Joker, I guess. Okay, looks like we're getting another. Okay, yeah. So this part I do have to get up to install into the ship. So give me 1 second. honestly, you're better off not knowing about that movie because it's not good. Okay, how does it? Let's see. I'm trying to figure out how this lines up. That piece right there, where this steering wheel connects. Let's see. Okay. Let me try. going into yeah, okay, because it's supposed to plug in to oh yeah, sorry, you could see me. Okay, because it looks like it's supposed to, and the piece fell down. It looks like it's supposed to plug in to like the little holes around here. Let me see. There we go. Okay. I think I might have done it. All right. Okay, so that's another part of the ship that should be done. Let me try to get into frame. And hang on, I gotta move the mic up so you can hear me. Because I know it's probably been a bit hard to understand what I'm saying because the mic keeps moving about. And Spanian is writing in some kind of weird rune language. I don't know what that is. But anyway, so I'll try to move this into frame a bit more so you can see it better. But, oh yeah, and the giant instruction manual's in the way. Oh, and pieces are falling over. I gotta get a bigger table. But anyway, yeah, so right here is the new room that I put in. This is where Han and Leia, again, have their first kiss. So I'm just gonna pop them right here. And then Han, I'm gonna have standing here. Okay, I'm just kind of hoping that there's not a part where that will require me to have to move them around. So I think for this next part, I might stand up instead. Okay, let me take a quick sippy before I move any further, because I think next is just more the hallway pieces. Which means more stickers. Which, goody. I love stickers. Okay. Let's see, so we need this. Oh yeah, I should probably actually show on camera what I'm doing. Okay, so the first one we're gonna need is this sticker right here. And I'm just glad I'm getting to like the last handful of stickers. Okay, let me just make sure I got this properly lined up. All right, a little off, but yeah, it'll have to do. Okay, so then this guy goes here. Oh, and it fell through. Okay. Oh, it's misaligned. Okay. Nothing to worry about. Nothing I can't fix. There we go. Oh, wait. No, that's still off. There we go. Okay. And then grab the other one. Put another one of these pieces on top. And then grab the other sticker, which thankfully this is the last one, so I don't have to worry about doing any more of these moving forward. Okay, and then this one should go here. There we go. Okay. And then looks like we got a bit more to do in this area. Okay, we just need to close off the entrances. Okay. So let's see. Okay. Yeah, so for this part, I might just kind of stand up instead. Just because this one's a bit more involved. Plus also I kind of want to stand up. You know, stand up for your right. Yeah, that was not funny. Okay. And I just got to make sure that when I'm doing this, I'm doing it on camera so you can see it. And it's funny looking at my stills. Just reminded me of I don't know how many folks in the chat like follow me on Twitter or X or whatever the fuck you want to call it. But the other day I posted a thing about what do I have? Okay, I posted the thing about how I was looking for new artists to design new stills for my content, just because I kind of have been reusing this. Well, not that I'm reusing the same ones, but I just haven't had any new ones in quite a while, and I was wanting to get some new ones made, not to replace the current ones, but to like, but to just kind of add to the library. And that was probably not a good idea, because suddenly my DMs were flooded with a bunch of artists. I'm assuming a lot of them were probably bots, asking to work with me and collaborate, and they were sending me all their like portfolios and other stuff, and I'll be honest, not one of them was very good. Why are you such a toned pile of film? I don't know. I'm not sure how to respond to that. I mean, are you saying I'm like buff or whatever, which I'm definitely not. I'm, still out of shape, but but yeah, regardless, like I immediately took down the post because I regretted, because like I was getting tired of all the DMs that were flooding my way. If I could just. And is that actually supposed to connect? Because I feel like it should. I guess just kind of leave it like that. Stills and then just not pay them. Because I'll pay, because I'm willing to pay any of my artists to like do work for me. I mean, that's how I got my. Oh, okay, I see. It's not supposed to connect. Okay, I'm an idiot. But again, but I don't know. It was just again being flooded with DMs, and also the fact too that honestly, a lot of the artists that were sending me their portfolios and whatnot, honestly, none of them really could match the quality of the stills from my original artist, Kazoo, which I remember I told her that in Discord DMs, and she was flattered by that. But I don't know, like, because I understand Kazoo's got a lot of stuff going on in her life. A lot of personal stuff she has to deal with, which I totally get that. Real life kind of takes precedent over everything else. But I don't know, I was just kind of hoping that maybe she'd be open to doing more stills. And she has told me that she's gotten back into doing art, but she's, kind of more into doing her own stuff versus doing stuff for other people, which I get that. But I don't know, I'm just kind of hoping that maybe at some point she might be a bit more open to the idea of doing more stills for me, just because like I really love her work, and I would love for her to like work on some more stills that I could use, so I don't have to keep recycling the same like handful of them that I have. And let's see, Spadian is saying, I hate Twitter, especially nowadays, but honestly I hate social media in general. Yeah, that's not unfounded. I mean, there's plenty of reasons to not like social media, especially nowadays. And I'm sure I probably sound like a boomer saying that. And now B's gonna like make a bunch of jokes about how I'm an old man, which believe me, I know I'm old. Hell, I'm gonna be turning Laughing Helm is saying, hello, I'm quite late, but I'm here. Yeah, no worries. You honestly did not miss much. I've just been like working on this giant thing, and I've just been rambling for the past like hour and a half or so. So you're all good. You didn't miss much of anything. But no, to the whole older thing, I'm actually turning 34 a week from now, which is still just weird for me to think that I'm already in my mid 30s, or at least I'm almost going to be in my mid 30s. Film, you've been old. I don't gotta repeat that. Yeah, I know. Believe me, I know I am. Okay. So then this goes. Yeah, let me see if I can. Wait, you're only 30. Well, not yet. I'm 33 at the moment, but I will be 34 in a week. So, yeah, I'm almost there. Although it is funny, like when I was younger, like when I was, in my teens, like 16, 17, people thought I actually looked older than I really was. But now that I've gotten older, like again, in my almost my mid 30s, I've actually had the opposite thing happen. I've had people say that I look younger than I really am, which is a weird sort of thing. How it's like kind of circled back around to where, it's like, it was like, oh, you look older. And now it's, oh, you look younger. I mean, I'm not sure how to feel about that. That I look older when I'm younger, and I look younger when I'm older. Hang on. No, it's not there. Yeah, there's a piece I think I might be missing a piece. Oh, here it is. And I see Anime Game 16 is in the chat. Hello. Let's see. Spanian says, I'd only really draw, write, program, compose for people I know and trust. I'm also extremely busy with my work and study routine. Yeah, I do get that. I get a lot. You do sound like you're in your 20s. Thanks, I suppose. Helm, I assume that most people are older than me and in their 30s. Yeah, again, that's totally fair. I mean, that's kind of how I felt for a while being on Discord, is that, most people that I interact with on here are younger than me. Like, obviously not necessarily teenagers, but at the very least, like in their early 20s, like early to mid 20s, I should say. And, oh, okay, I was going to say for a split second, it looked like I had about 11 viewers, which is the most I've had for a single stream in quite a while. But then it went back down to 9. So, but hey, that's still more viewers than I get on average. Anyway, there we go. Let's see, I got that on right. And then youngster than all. Yeah, I know, Sparky, you're older than all of us. You don't have to repeat that. Anyway. Oh, and the dog is barking again. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's see. Okay, I need another tube. Here we go. Okay. Got that, and then I need these two. And then where's the other one? Because I think I saw where the other one went. Did I already lose another piece? Because I really hope not. Yeah, I'm not seeing it in this pile. Yeah, it might have disappeared somewhere. Let's see. I gotta go. Bye, boys. All right. See you, Spanian. Thanks for tuning in. And let's see. Anime Game says I'm turning 27 on I think the same day as you. Yeah, I don't know. That is kind of weird. Whenever you find out somebody has the same birthday as you. I mean, obviously I get that, like, you know, not everybody's gonna, you know, it's not like you're the only one who was born on a certain day, but it is still like kind of weird whenever you meet somebody who turns out was born the same day that you were. Well, not the exact same day, but like, you know, the same day, just in a different year. Yeah, let me put these back. I think did I miss a piece? Or am I just going crazy? I think I might be missing a piece. Give me a second. Little Devil was in one of the other bags. Jeremy, I was ancient when the world was young. Man, now I want soup. Do you want French onion soup? Sorry, I know I shouldn't be referencing lol cows since that's not really the kind of content I do. I don't do lol cow content, but it is still funny to reference certain ones like Nova Online and the whole French onion soup. Hi, I'm Nova Online, and I'm going to try some French onion soup. Yeah. Oh, God. Now my nose is itchy. Okay. That goes there. Then this goes here. Then this goes here. Damn it. Yeah, that's what I get. Excuse me. I know that it's, yeah, just providing stellar content, just me burping a lot. Okay, and then where does this piece go? Okay, I guess I gotta go back here. Yeah, let me make sure that's connecting correctly. Okay, I got it. Yeah, I think I got it. All right. Anyway, oh, let's see. Okay. So I need one of these. There we go. And okay, that goes right here. I guess that connects. There we go. Okay. Let's see. Yeah. Well, now I'm curious to know who would be talking about me. And why they be talking about me, because I'm not a very interesting person. Why do you think I wrestle gorillas? Yeah, I mean, if I had a regular artist, I did art goals, that would be a fun one to see, like Sparky's OC of an Arcanine just fighting gorillas. Which I can't remember. I'm sure someone's gonna tell me in the chat, like, are there any gorilla Pokemon? Because I feel like there are, but I can't think of them off the top of my head because I kind of don't care about Pokemon that much. Because again, I don't watch anime. Although I was one of the many kids from the 90s who watched Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh! When they came out, so... Okay, and then this goes over here. And then let's see. Here we go. Okay. Actually, no. Monkey. Let's see. Sorry, I'm checking chat. Rillaboom. Actually, no. We do have some. Yeah, they said it. Rillaboom. Okay. I'd have to look that one up because, again, I'm not super familiar with all the Pokemon ever made. Because isn't there like, are there like 1,000 Pokemon now? Because I still remember when I was a kid, it was like 150, though technically 151 because there's Mew. Anyway, that one goes here. It looks like there's one more that I need. So, okay, and this, and this, and then I need this guy. And then I need these two. And then this connects. Let me bring this back over to the camera a bit more. This goes there. Okay. 1,025. Oh, Jesus. That is a lot of Pokemon. Well, I guess, I mean, with how long the franchise has been going for, like, you gotta keep adding more and more to it in order to keep it going. Because I will say, like, jokes aside about Pokemon, it is like kind of amazing just how long it's been going for. Anyway, so for the next part of this build, I'm gonna be sitting back down. Now I gotta move the microphone back down so you can hear me better. And I gotta move my drink. Uh, 1,025, you only one OG Fire Dog. Well, I mean, I guess two if you count Growlithe, which is like the pre-evolutionary form of Dragonite, of Arcanine. Dang, Film, you've done a lot of progress on the ship. Yeah, I know, I really have. Well, I think I mentioned at the beginning of the stream that I did do some work on it off stream, just to kind of make this go by a little bit faster and make the stream a bit less boring. Because I kind of felt like with the last one, a lot of it was just me kind of fumbling around looking for pieces and like doing double builds of things. So I'm trying to like reduce that a bit. Plus also I was still like stuck on the bag 3. So I just kind of finished that up off stream. And honestly, like if I don't finish bag 4 on this stream, I might next year. Yeah, I know. But yeah, no, what I was gonna say was if I don't finish all of the 4 bags this stream, I'll probably just again finish it off camera. But I do at least want to get through one of those for a stream, just to again kind of show that I made more progress. Anyway, let's see. What's another thing I could talk about? Let's see. Oh yeah, I did hear that Sinners, this new movie with Michael B. Jordan, directed by Ryan Coogler, that I had seen like only teasers for and didn't quite know much about it. I heard that got a new trailer released, and I guess some people are complaining that it reveals a bit too much about the movie, which I do really hate those trailers where they spoil like the movie too much, because then it's kind of like, you know, at that point, why even go see the movie if you're just gonna spoil everything. Oh wait, that's not the way it goes in. Yeah. Let's see. I have been enjoying Power World a lot recently, though. Yeah, I've heard about that game. Isn't that the one that the Pokemon Company like sued over or whatever, because it was like so similar to Pokemon? Admittedly, I don't know too much about Power World other than like stuff like that, because again, I don't really care. But yeah, I don't know. I'm still curious about Sinners because the trailers that I've seen don't really tell you a whole lot about it, other than it's like this weird kind of like not necessarily a home invasion, but like kind of a survival film, like, you know, kind of taking a page out of like Night of the Living Dead, where it's a group of people like holed up in one area trying to survive against like an outer threat. And I guess the new trailer revealed that that the threat that they have to deal with is vampires. Which I'm totally cool with them being vampires. Because I don't know, it's been a while since we've gotten, well, I wouldn't say it's been a while since we've gotten a good vampire movie. Nintendo hates fan games. Yeah, that's true. Like, Nintendo is notorious for, among other things, handing out cease and desist orders for anybody who's like trying to make a fan version of one of their games, because, you know, they're one of those companies that like will sit on a property for, you know, decades and not do anything with it. But then, you know, God forbid some fan out there decides to like do the work for them and actually make the product. Okay. But no, is Pal World like a fan-made Pokemon game, or is it just like a coincidence that it's so similar to Pokemon? Also, I'm kind of surprised that game is still relevant, because I remember when it came out and there was a whole hullabaloo about how similar it was to Pokemon, but then after that, nobody really just seemed to care all that much about it. Let's see, how does this... Okay. But yeah, I mean, if Pal World was made as a fan game, that wouldn't surprise me all that much. I know Goodly Draws did like a series of streams on where he played Pal World. I didn't really watch them because I'm not that interested in Pal World. Let's see, FilmNerd belch counter. Yeah, I know exactly. Take a, you know, somebody should do, like, I don't know, if somebody wants to do that, like, do an edit of the stream where they like count up how many times I burped for my drink. Like, I give you full permission to do that, and if you do that, I will share it, because I think that'd be funny. Plus, I think it also is just one of those things that goes to show how I do actually have a sense of humor about what I do, that I don't take myself super seriously. Gonna taste my confusion orb real quick. Okay. So then we need these connector pieces. And I guess, oh yeah, these just go in here. Goodly killed me in those streams. Yeah. I don't know, I've tuned into a few of Goodly's streams, and they're kind of fun. Even if I'm not familiar with the subject material. I know me and Joey got into a bit of a heated argument in the chat for one of Goodly's streams, because they were talking about SML, Super Mario Logan, and you know, I honestly couldn't care less about Super Mario Logan. I never watched that crap. In fact, I'm trying to remember the first time I ever heard about SML. It might have been from like a fucking Internet of J video, because I used to watch his content, but then I got really kind of bored by it, because like, if you thought my delivery was dry, like, oh man, his is drier than the Sahara Desert. But I think he kind of knows his delivery is dry, and he kind of like pokes fun at it a lot of the time. But it just kind of comes off as one of those things where it's like, if you simply just address it, like, it doesn't change the fact that you're still dry as fuck. Okay. All right. So now I gotta attach this to the ship again, and I'm trying to think of a way that I can do it without you guys seeing my face. So hang on. Let me put the mic arm over. Let's see. Sparky says Nintendo realized they had no power over a game on PC as it wasn't released on a Nintendo console, so they quickly filed patents on mechanics used in Pokemon games so they could sue. Oh, okay. I was swimming at the mouth watching Goodley's Pal World stream as he had zero maintenance skills in looking after his pals. Yeah. Okay. Or at least on camera. Well, hang on. Let me go around. Hello? Okay, there we go. Sorry, technical problems. I don't know what happened. The mic was like knocked, the connection to the microphone was knocked out or something. Like, man, I really got to do something about that. But no, what I was saying before was my sister's dog, Graham, that I've shown on Discord servers before. He's actually laying on the floor right near me, and I was jokingly thinking that, like, you know, maybe to like drive up viewership, I could like show him on camera. Then when people see him in the preview, they'll be like, "Oh my God, there's a puppy!" You know, like, I want to see him. And then like I'll show him, and then I'll cut away, and people will be like, "No, I want to see the dog. Show us the puppy." Let's see. Yeah, I've heard of Temtem. Didn't it kind of ever hear of Temtem? Yeah, I'm not familiar with Temtem. So. Anyway, but no, if you guys are wanting me to like tilt pan the camera over to him, I can show him off, because again, I'm sure there's a way that I can show him without like face doxing myself, and I'm sure that would probably make the stream more exciting if you saw like a dog, because you know people love dogs, right? Especially white women. Okay. Oh, there it is. Anyway. But yeah, I think this is just going to form one of the sides of the Falcon. So, or at least one of the sides of the back of the ship. So. Okay, and then that just snaps onto here. And then we just need these pieces. Go here and here. Okay. And then we just kind of move all this stuff out of the way. And then, okay. And then we just okay, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Again, technical difficulties. I bumped into the adapter that I use for my computer because, unfortunately, Apple decided that people don't use USB ports anymore. So yeah, they decided to take those out, which, you know, great. Gotta love it. Wait a minute. Hang on. Okay, so wait a minute. Wait, hold the phone. Because, okay, so I'm noticing an issue here. So I don't know if you guys can see it, but on this page, these slope tiles are like this, but then on the next page, they're like this. So I'm confused. Like, I mean, I'm guessing they're meant to go like this, but that doesn't explain like why they're like that in on the last page. I don't know, it's bizarre, but anyway, okay, so then these connect to these rods right down here. So let's try to line them up. Oh wait, hang on. Ah, damn it. I think these are misaligned. Okay. Let me first make sure that these are lined up properly. Okay, that's better. All right, so let's put those back on. And then these should just snap in. There we go. Okay. Okay, so that's one side of it. So let's flip over. Oh yeah, okay. So I mentioned before that off stream I've been doing some work on the set off camera, and I happen to actually build this side. I mean this part for this side off camera. So I'm gonna get up for a second. Voila! I actually built this the other night off stream, and I guess I gotta okay, wait a minute, hang on. Okay, now this is even more confusing. So I think this might have just been an error on LEGO's part that they printed the instructions wrong. Okay. Yeah, now these should line up on this side. All right. And with that, bag 4 is officially done. We are finished. So, yay. We are now done with bag 4. And now we can move on to bag number 5. But we still have a long way to go before we get there. And okay, I've been streaming for about 2 hours and 13 minutes. I guess I can go for a little bit longer. Let me actually, let me go ahead and switch over to the standby screen while I get everything set up for the next bag. Which, yeah, this is a pretty historic moment. I've completed 1 of 4 of the boxes in the bigger box. So now I can move on. So I'm going to switch over to the scene, so I can get this set up. Just checking my text really quick, and I'll pull up another song. Oh wait, hang on. So I'm just checking my YouTube notifications. Okay, I think I got a song picked out. So I'm going to go ahead and mute real quick while I get set up for bag number 5. So just hang tight for a little bit.
No matter what you do, the darker side of the night burns like a fire for the wasted life. And there's no way you can fight to show some respect and try to survive on the darker side. Neon shadows that point the way never lead you out. It's a game they play. The madness goes. It's a simple world, but it's all they know. You tried to fix it, but there's nothing you can do. You just gotta see it through. The darker side of the night burns like a fire for the wasted life.
Oh, uh, okay, there we go. Yeah, sorry about that. Okay, I'm checking the chat right now. Anime Game 16 looks like they're heading out. Have a good night. Helm is saying good night, Ming. I'm assuming they're referring to Anime Games. Yeah, sorry the mic dropped for a second. Again, technical issues. I really got to get a new adapter to like connect USB ports to this computer. But anyway, okay, so I got all the 5 bags set up. Again, there's going to be some off-camera building that I did. So let's go ahead and switch back. Okay. Move the mic arm back in. Yeah, let me see if I can. Okay. All right, that should do it. Okay, so unfortunately, these bags, there's not going to be any minifigs associated with it. But yeah, and then we're going to need these, and excuse me, I'm really curious to see what's in this brown bag here, but I'm sure we'll find out soon enough. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to go for, because I'm already like a little over 2 hours. I guess I'll just kind of see how long I go for. Because I don't think I'll get through this entire bag, but I at least want to make a little bit more progress. But you know, either way, I'm glad. I know I kept saying it a lot, but I'm gonna say it again. Thank you guys again for tuning in. It does still mean a lot. But anyway, so let's see. Okay, and then I need these ones. If I can get it open. Yeah, as you can see, I taped these bags when I was done doing my off-camera building, so that's why it's a little hard to open these, because as I taped them. Yeah, who knew that Scotch tape could be so powerful? Like, if I didn't know any better, I'd say I was using flex tape. Which kind of think about flex tape. I remember I'd asked Rogue. I'd send in the super chat asking if he'd be willing to look at like any of the Phil Swift infomercials like for flex tape and flex seal, and he said no, simply because a lot of the other ones, they were kind of like unintentionally funny, whereas like with Phil Swift, he's a bit more like in on the joke, like he's more intentionally silly, funny. Which I get that. Like, it's kind of hard to like laugh at something like, or like derive humor from something that is already like, poking fun at itself. But I did send him one commercial that I think he would really get a kick out of for a device called the Wonder Boner, and I'm really hoping he plays that on stream someday, because I think he and the audience would get a huge kick out of it. Because, yeah, that was one I had totally forgotten about, and yet somehow I remembered it, and I looked up the commercial, and it's still just as funny. My wife would love it. Okay, let's see if I can, because I think this bag might have the pieces I'm looking for. Or wait, does it? It doesn't look like it. Let me try. Let's see, what about this bag? No, not that one. Maybe it is. Maybe it's this one. Okay. Um, yeah, I'm not seeing it here. Let's see. Let me check this one more time. There we go. Yeah, it's not in this bag either, so I'm not sure what's going on. Well, yeah, let's at least just kind of press on with these ones for now, and then hopefully I'll be able to find the ones that are missing. At least I hope so. Okay. Let's see. Film, remember to fully wrap the ship in flex tape when you're done building it. It'll never break. Yeah, that's true. Or I could get like one of those glass cases that you can like store Lego sets in. Because I actually have thought about getting one of those because I think there's a company called like Wicked Brick or something like that, where they have like these giant glass display cases that you can put together and display your Lego sets in. Which I don't know. I mean, like on the one hand, that would be really cool as like kind of a nice way to like present your Lego sets. But on the other hand, like I don't know. I feel like you would want to like get it out of the box, like I mean, out of the case at some point to like get a better look at it and show it off to people. And I feel like that would be a huge pain in the ass to like have to get the whole thing out. Here we go. Okay. Oh yeah. Film, have you thought of where to put it after it's done, or are we sacrificing this desk? I don't know, maybe under the bed while you figure it out. Yeah, that's a good question. I honestly have no idea where I'd be able to put this thing with how massive it is. I know my soon-to-be brother-in-law, he's like good at building stuff like carpentry and whatnot. He might be able to put together like some kind of a desk or not even a desk, maybe like a table, like a coffee table or something. Like I'm sure he'd probably be able to build something that I could store this in. But again, I do kind of like the idea of getting like a display case that I could like put this in. Even though, again, I'm not 100% sure, since like, there might be a time where I want to like get it out and like show it off to people, and it'd be kind of a pain in the ass to have to like get the whole thing out. Damn, a coffee table in your room would be fancy. Yeah, well, again, I'm not sure if if it would fit in there, because I have kind of not a small room, but like not a room big enough to fit a whole coffee table. All right, well now I'm at a step where I have to like put a long piece on top of this, which so I do have to like find those like tan handle pieces. I don't see them in here. Maybe they like fell through one of the bags. Give me a second. Figured it out. You guys couldn't see it, but there was another 5 bag that I missed. So that one might have the piece I'm looking for. I really should just mute the mic whenever I feel like I'm about to burp. Because I'm sure you guys really don't want to hear that. Okay, if I could just... There we go. Okay. Yeah, here are the pieces I was looking for. So just get that and that. Anyway, let me try to move the mic arm a bit. Okay. Yeah, again, just let me know if you guys can still hear me or not. Oh wow, it's already been 2.5 hours. Damn. Okay, I'm gonna try to wrap this up a bit quickly, because I do want to get to a good like stopping point with this, at least for the stream. Because again, if I don't finish all the 5 bags this stream, I'll probably finish them off camera, just so you know, we can start fresh with a new bag the next time I stream. Which I'm not sure when the next LEGO stream is going to be, for those of you who are curious. It'll definitely be soon, just not like right away. Let's see. Okay, I need, let's see. Okay. Oh, bumped the mic a little bit. My apologies. And yeah, sorry if I go quiet a little bit during this, like not talking. I'm just kind of getting focused on the build. That's kind of why I go silent. Plus, I don't know, it's just kind of hard to like think of things to discuss in a stream all by yourself. So. No worries, film. Yeah, no, of course. And yeah, if you guys have something you want to say or like shout out in the chat, go ahead and just say whatever you want to. Obviously within reason. Don't spam my chat with any slurs. But yeah, if anything does come up in chat that you guys want to say to me, or like if you have any questions, just shoot them over. I'll get to them whenever I can. As again, I think that is one positive thing about my streams is that, again, because there's like so few people who tune into them, that means I can give special attention to certain people in the chat. It's not like a Mr. Medicker stream where where people just like, there's just so many people in chat just like, saying a bunch of stuff that it's kind of hard to keep track of what everybody's saying. Which I don't know if you guys tuned into the election, like the inauguration stream he did, but man, there were some really unhinged people in that stream. Like, holy shit. Like just real, like, I don't know. I probably shouldn't get into it too much because I try to keep politics out of my content as much as possible because that's not what I do. You'll never see me doing any kind of like political debates or anything. But yes, suffice to say, a lot of people in his chat were pretty unhinged. That I'll just leave it at that. Anyway, it would actually be kind of funny though if somebody who was in the chat of one of Medicker's streams actually did tune into this and hear that I was talking shit on them, and they got mad. But yeah, I remember I did send in like a $2 super chat into Medicker, where I just said to him, like, because obviously I know his health has like been failing, like he's been going on and off with his like health. So I just said a very neutral super chat where I said, like, regardless of your political affiliation, I hope you're doing well. Which I'm sure some people probably took that as me trying to be like defensive about it, like, again, trying to be nice without calling out his politics, or like saying like regardless of political affiliation, that it's like a weird way of me like trying to low-key condemn him for being right-wing or whatever. And it's just like I really don't care. Like, honestly, I don't care what his political affiliation is. I'm just trying to be a nice guy and like wish him well. The stream is in full support of the American Solidarity Party. I have no idea what that is, Squabbly, but sure. Whatever you say. Okay. Also, yeah, welcome to the stream. Let's see. Okay, I gotta try to connect this to the back. There we go. And see if I can. Oh, piece fell off. hang on. I got it. I think I might need to get up for this. There we go. Okay. And I knocked the layout over. So let me. Okay. There we go. All right. Okay. Looks like this is another. Okay. All right. So this one requires a few more smaller pieces. Move the mic arm back up. Right there. Okay. Let's see. I need some of the slope pieces. I've actually kind of thought, since I'm okay, yeah, this might be where I wrap up because it looks like there's another huge part of the build I have to do, and that's going to take a while. Again, that might be something I do off stream. But I guess while I'm kind of still working on this, I do want to ask, do you guys think I should make a separate channel for my Lego builds, or should I just keep them on the main FilmNerd channel? Because, you know, obviously I want the focus of my channel to be movies and movie reviews. I mean, not that I'm opposed to doing like content outside of that, but I figure I should probably try to maintain some level of consistency. And I'm sure that's probably going to make some people confused that they go to this channel and they see all the movie reviews and stuff, and then they also see stuff like this and they're confused. They're like, wait, what is this channel about? Like, what does this guy do exactly? There we go. Okay. I don't think so. Yeah, okay. That's fair. Okay. So it looks like the next part is just going to be this like shell piece that I think goes underneath. Yeah, okay, it does. Let's see. Yeah, because it looks like the next part that I have to do involves a little bit more building. So, I think I might just kind of wrap it up for this stream, because I've been going for like 2 hours and 40 minutes, which, Jesus, that's a lot. So yeah, I think what I might do is I'll finish up bag 5 off stream, and then we'll pick up next time with bag 6. So I'm just gonna go ahead and hang on, let me twist it around. Okay, and I'm gonna switch back over to the scene. When you get new stills done, get one with a film strip head made of Lego. Oh yeah, that'd be clever. But anyway, so yeah, I guess I'll just kind of wrap it up. But yeah, you know, you guys know where to find me: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all that good shit. Worrying about the kind of content you do put out is only done by people trying to min-max the algorithm. Okay, yeah, that's fair. But anyway, you know, follow my socials, the website, of course, film-nerd.com. I've got a review out for David Lynch's Blue Velvet, which I really recommend you check out. And I've also got a new video out. I did it this past Friday. It's Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity. It's actually gotten some pretty a pretty healthy amount of views so far. Let me actually check my studio, because I'm curious now how many views it's gotten. As of right now, the video's gotten, holy shit, 856 views at the time I'm recording this. So holy shit. But no, if you guys haven't watched it, definitely check it out. There's also a short version of it if you would prefer that. I'm probably also going to do some short versions of my other reviews just to kind of mix up the content, and because people like YouTube shorts. But yeah, aside from that, and I'm also going to start working on a new video pretty soon. It'll be the next Trauma Tuesdays video on 1982's Night Beast. which I think you guys are really going to enjoy hearing about that one, because that is a really like fun alien invasion movie. But anyway, let me see. Let me put on the last. Okay, I found a good song that I can play. So yeah, that's going to be it for this stream. So thank you guys so much for watching. Look forward to more videos and more views coming out soon. And until then, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.